Hi everyone and welcome to another book review. I'm Sophie and this is Book Reviews by Sophie. Today's book is The Reformatory by Tanana Reeve Dew. Published in 2023, the genre of this book is both horror and historical fiction. Set in Jim Crow, Florida, The Reformatory follows Robert Stevens Jr., a 12-year-old who is sent to a reformatory school after a small altercation with a white boy. At the reformatory school, he is exposed to horror, racism, and terror that no one should ever have to go through. However, to make matters more complicated, Robbie can see ghosts, or haints as they're called in this book. What was at first comforting to Robbie after the death of his mother soon becomes a curse at the reformatory, as he begins to see the haints of the boys who have gone missing. But what really happened to them? Meanwhile, Robbie's older sister Gloria is doing everything in her power on the outside to get Robbie out, from working with the NAACP to appealing to the judge that sentenced Robbie in the first place. What will be Robbie's fate? Will Gloria be able to get him out? Read The Reformatory to find out. Now let's talk about my thoughts. I really enjoyed this harrowing and dark look into the Jim Crow South, and just how broken our justice system was for minorities, and in many cases still is. I rate The Reformatory 4.5 stars. First off, The Reformatory is extremely well written. It is able to illustrate what this time period was like so vividly and emotionally. It's at times too much to bear. But that goes into why books like these are so important to read. On that note, I would like to issue a content warning. Please check trigger warnings, as there are several disturbing aspects to this book. The horror elements, in this case supernatural ones, were very interesting, as were the real-world implications this book drew from. You really rooted for Robbie and Gloria, and the descriptive writing aided in this. A powerful story and strong and tenacious protagonists makes for a great reading experience. This book has fantastic tension. There were moments where I was genuinely holding my breath out of fear and nervousness. I just didn't know what was going to happen next and how Robbie or Gloria were going to get out of a certain situation. Additionally, Dew created a really interesting cast of supporting characters. They were all unique in that they were flawed, had their own moral systems and values, as well as motivations, which made them feel three-dimensional and real. The reason why I had to take off just half a star was that there were some pacing problems in my personal opinion, and there were areas where the book was a little slow. However, this book is still amazing, and I am so glad that I read it. Now let's move on to exploring the theme that is central to the Reformatory. The main idea in this book is simple: good versus evil. This idea is explored in the book with how many white characters feel that they are doing their job and helping these black characters, when in reality, they are actually the antagonists. Such as the judge that sends Robert to the reformatory in the first place. He made a point of saying he was going easy on Robert, and that he could have sent him to the reformatory for an even longer period than he did. The idea of good versus evil is shown in the following quote. "Don't believe in evil in most ways," Miss Lottie said. "I believe in the devil, all right. But men don't need no help from Satan to do what folks call evil. Man do evil every day and call it doing their job. The killing is the work of man, not the devil. And if there's any such thing as evil on this earth, Gloria, it's here in Gracetown, in this soil, here. Gracetown soil remembers. It's like a mirror that shines your ugly back at you." Lastly, let's talk about who I would recommend this book to. First of all, I recommend this book to any horror lovers out there who want some realism in their horror books. Also, any readers who want to diversify their reading and want to start reading from more authors of color, this could be a great place to start. I really think The Reformatory is a fantastic book, and many people could get a lot out of it. I know I did. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching my review on The Reformatory by Tanana Reeve Dew. Stay on the lookout for more book reviews by Sophie. Bye!